Hi collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationships with self first, okay? We're learning to manage our emotions so we can identify our intuition. It comes from spiritual health, spiritual wealth, but it comes from the essence of love, okay? Love of beings, love of planet, love of self, love of God, all right? Because we're looking for balance, okay? We want to co-create with the universe. The universe does not work against you, all right? You just have to use your intuition to understand the universal language, okay? Because now we're looking at maybe a spiritual wedding, maybe looking at marriage forever, the one. Because now we're looking at the air of union, but it comes from the essence of love. You've got to walk in love and talk in truth. Maybe you're celebrating, having a wedding party. This is going to be a wedding event, all right? Looking at public social gathering maybe for some of you, because now you're looking at maybe a legal matter. Some of you probably went for a quick divorce, all right? Then looking at balance, judgment, because now we're looking at how heavy is your heart. Is it heavy as a stone or as light as a feather? Or maybe someone's come with a decision about a spiritual love, about wedding, okay? Having a party, organizing, because now we're looking at a new love, all right? Somebody went for a karmic cycle. Somebody wants a new love because now we have a secret crush, all right? Someone has a secret crush on someone, okay? Use your intuition, my lovelies. Don't let my readings be forced, okay? Trust your intuition. Okay, so now we're looking at a wedding, maybe a marriage forever, the one. Write your dreams down, all right? You do see your soulmate. Just as much you hear my voice, you can hear your soulmate as well within you as well, okay? I have a telepathic communication with someone for the last 4 years. Altogether, 13. But altogether, 47 years. Long story. I'm going to write in a book anyway, all right? So we're looking at unions, okay? Maybe you're looking at a situation where you're in a Wheel of Fortune, but it was a lack of commitment, maybe. Maybe a fire sign was looking at a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, but it was a lack of commitment. It was greedy, it was laziness, procrastination, unmotivated. Now they need to learn from their failure, bad news, irresponsible. Well, that's a fire sign. That has something to do with me. Fire sign, how dare you look at a Taurus, Virgo, Libra person to marry when you're telepathic connected to someone. That's why you're going for a karmic debt. And this is why I'm going to choose that's what I'm going to teach through you and I, how our collective can rise better than what we did. Why? Because you followed Genevieve Nigel. Let's learn from his mistakes, all right, collective? Learn from his mistakes. There you go. So now we're looking at a situation, my lovely, okay? We're going through a situation where there's maybe someone's emotions is very cold towards a marriage. Because now we're looking at someone gave bad advice, all right, about maybe the one, a union. Maybe it was an upside down King of Cups. Because now we're looking at manipulation. Somebody was manipulating someone when it comes to a spiritual marriage or a marriage. Because now we're looking at self-compassion. Someone has to look at their own inner feelings. Because someone's looking at a secret. Maybe they're ashamed about this secret. Because now this secret involves public or maybe social walking hall of shame. Because now we're looking at gatherings, okay? Because now we're looking at maybe a party of people. Or something happened at an event where the energy for a certain project or feeling or a task, somebody was ready and waiting for maybe a marriage. Somebody needs to tap into their emotions because someone's looking for innovations. Because remember, swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, is all about communication. So this will be a good time. Maybe someone is writing a blog, a book, or starting a podcast. But this is a great time to share your ideas or your feelings about a wedding or a party of people, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Because now we're looking at legal matters. All right. Maybe you're dealing with a Queen of Pentacles. You're looking at someone that's meant to be nurturing, practical, someone that's very supportive, very reliable, okay? Because someone is supposed to be providing good financial advice, because the Queen of Pentacles is like the walking example of service, security, material, for her and her family and the community. Looking at instinct, looking at wise. But unfortunately, someone within their emotions, King of Cups, he's supposed to be emotionally balanced, masculine, very compassionate. He could be a diplomatic person, or he could be someone that's in like maybe a spiritual group, religious group, maybe someone that's a leader in healing or something. But this masculine, he's a cold-hearted person, man. He gave bad advice about a marriage, a spiritual marriage. All right. They're looking at the union, maybe the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, but he's looking at a Queen of Pentacles, someone that's got financial independence, looking at self-care, working at home. Maybe there's a conflict because someone is very self-centered, very jealous, because now it looks like this Queen of Pentacles is quite smothering. We're looking at suspicion, looking at fear, we're looking at mistrust. Someone was very devious when it comes to their friend group, when it comes to partying and celebrations. So now this is a great time to share your feelings, your ideas, your thoughts. Because someone's very curious. A party of people is very curious. They're looking at this King of Cups. They're looking at this King of Cups. She's looking at her money. And he's trying to look away. I think he's trying to escape. Someone has a thirst for knowledge. And they had a thirst for knowledge about spiritual marriage. So they were spying. They were trying to get news from this party of people. So these two were negotiating information about messages, about contracts. This is why there's a legal matter. Because this one's a walking mattress. This is a continuance from the last reading I just done. Because now we're looking at someone needs to walk away. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person. Because now there's disappointment at appointments. Somebody wants to abandon the situation. So we're looking at someone wants to escape. Let me tell you, I told you the man wants to escape, man. He's looking elsewhere, but everyone's already looking at him. It's too late. He's trying to say, no, not me. Wasn't me. Should look at him. He's moving his face. Oh, he's so funny. He's trying to withdraw from it, trying to walk away from it. I reckon he wants to put it all on the Queen of Pentacles. Even though she was the ringleader, because she's in spiritual court now. How heavy is your heart? That's what God said. You're the karmic, catalytic, supernatural stuff. These two were playing with energy, playing with people's energy, trying to burn people's insides by playing with people's drinks at parties. And that's why people are going to be very curious. I don't think they're going to start drinking from this person no more. I think they've already made their judgment. I don't think she's realised. Because she's trying to keep up with that superficial thing by trying to get validation from people. So when she opens up her Google, oh, Financial Times said I'm amazing. No, lying. Lying. Everyone's going to see the truth now. She's a self-centered, jealous, smothering person. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Same thing that, write your dreams down. Same thing my masculine said. She said Genevieve Nigel is a very jealous. He's annoying. She thinks she's annoying, man. She's never liked her, man. It's her and his spiking drink foolishness. Yeah, I'd be hard on him sometimes, but yeah, whatever. So you're looking at mistrust, at the rust when it comes to trust. Because now this person is very devious. We're looking at deception. Very devious person. Upside down, Queen of Pentacles. She's gone through misalignment, man. She's misaligned investments. This is why there's a legal situation going on now. She's meant to be teaching about independence and about being wise, but no, they're going for a karmic situation. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. They both are into vanity, perfectionism. What did I say? They look for outside perfectionism, isms, schisms, and isms and lisms. They're too damn lazy. Looking at greedy people, misdirected people's activities when it comes to charities at work. They got no passion. They're lying. They don't have the passion. They're not inspired. They're not motivated. She's not motivated because she knows she's going for a karmic situation, a catalytic situation. Yeah, why? Because there's a new love coming. Someone has a crush on someone. Honeymoon phase. Somebody feels like that childlike energy. Somebody wants to move on to a new beginning. Remember, every ending has a new beginning. This is Earth School. You're here to graduate from your flaws, you know. Don't be ashamed to put it down. Maybe there's an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person looking for a new direction in love, but he lacks a direction. There's delays, procrastination, basically comes to creativity. There's too much conflict, poor communication. Communication is the key. That's why people need to learn to walk in truth. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, very curious. Curiosity did not kill the cat. It gave it extra 9 lives. Why could the cat use its intuition to get clarity, breakthroughs, mental clarity? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, getting their mental clarity. So maybe the thoughts of these two were looking at for new ideas within a group of people they like to celebrate with, like to do events with, they do public recognitions with, they do social gatherings with. They were taking up people's news. They were spying on a group of people. And now these two trying to negotiate the information they got from this group of people. Now they're looking at legal matters. Why? Because they're looking at finances, financial independence they were looking for. Now they're going for conflict. Why? Because these people are cold-hearted people, man, violating people. So now the soul of the self, they want each other's new love, man, but they lack their direction. Why? Because they're both not even a king or queen. They're peasants, man. So maybe the soul was looking for like new ideas, but the soul's giving them bad news, man. Instability. Or maybe they're looking at a Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Maybe they're looking at their new crush, because there's 2 women here and a masculine. So maybe the King of Cups is seeing someone else, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, but they lack direction with that person. But someone's looking at a new love, though. Someone's looking at a new love. Because now we're looking at this situation where there's a secret crush, maybe admirer. I shouldn't put it there. I just heard don't put it there. I just heard don't put it there. But why? Hierophant. You've got to look at your intuition, your higher self. Look within yourself. Seek the self. Seek the self. It's telling you to embrace a new way, a new rule, follow. But these two don't want to. They want to stay in some voodoo, goodoo, something like one between these two, man. These two are highly suspicious. King of Cups and Queen of Pentacles upside down. Because the inner strength of this King of Cups in his marriage, or he's looking at this marriage, he's jealous, man. This new marriage, he's jealous. The spiritual marriage, he's jealous. He's looking for the inner strength, but he has self-doubt. He gave Leo self-doubt. They want Leo to be in a weakness, or his soul is in weakness. He's very insecure, low energy. That's his raw emotions. He's a struggle. He likes struggle love, man. Pride before the fall. Pride before the fall. Because up right now is 6 of Cups. These two know each other. These two are very familiar. They're thinking about each other. They play with each other. They do pure things with each other. This is someone from the past. This could be her ex. They could be exes. They could be friends. They could know each other from childhood. They could be adolescents. They do a lot of play and party together, though. But he protects her a lot. It could be a family friend. Someone that supports him and her. It's a close friend of a friend of a friend. I reckon it's her friend. Or it was the masculine's friend. And she slept with the masculine's friend. And guess what I'm going to say? If it's something to do with me, serves you right, Adiwali. No sympathy over here for you, my friend. None. So now we're looking at lack of direction when it comes to the soul of the self of these people. They lack direction, man. There you go. What's that? 4 of Swords. The thoughts of this Queen of Pentacles is burnt out. Why? Because she lied too much. She's restless. She's stressed out. Maybe she might be in isolation. She feels a bit lonely within the mind. The mind's giving her pure delays, cancellations. That's what she wanted for a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Anyway, what goes around comes around, my friend. We're looking at Slag Nation. Slag Nation. Yeah. They're looking at illegal matter, and that's what's given the exhaustion of the mind, the burnt out, stress under the dress. Because they're looking at isolations, loneliness. Because now, when we tell you justice is here. Because now I'm looking at fairness, truth. Your decisions will always last forever. It's always affecting. You always got to look at your decisions with your energy, actions, and intentions. So someone's done some wrongdoing, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Do you understand? But no matter the warning or no matter the pain, you still got to look and learn about the truth about yourself and about other people. You got to pay attention. It's very important you make this decision. Someone's got to walk away. Someone's got to walk away, man. You got to leave this in the past. You got to put it where it belongs. You got to set yourself on a new journey. Go forward. Maybe this is a past energy, but they need to move forward, man. Something big, like a new job or relationship or something. You got to go into a new hobby. You got to look at your patterns of your thoughts, patterns of your emotions. You can't be too familiar with this one, yassa, or this one. They'll come in and sleep with your mother, father, picnic dog and puss. Just so they hold on to people's purpose, hold on to people's property. Yeah, it's only looking at recognition. They're looking for recognition, but they can't seek it this way. It's not happening. It's decreasing. The more they seek it this way, they get up against God, man. You're not going to win, Queen of Pentacles. It's not going to happen. So now you're looking at Two of Wands. Now, maybe a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person is looking for a new love. There's a crush on someone, admirer, attraction. But maybe looking at these two, they just got this mad attraction to each other. The devil like the devil, innit? So now maybe Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person is planning. They're moving forward. You got to hit while the spark is there. So maybe someone's looking at a new love and they're ready to spark. They're ready to strike. They got the inspiration. They want to figure it out how to turn the fire into action. And it's what these two are doing as well. They're trying to figure out their lack of direction. But how can they bring their lack of direction into a spark of inspiration? Do you understand? They're trying to figure out how they can turn fire into passion to take their action into whatever they want to do. But it takes groundwork. And they're not prepared to do groundwork. They're not prepared for blessings to come in, to blast forward. You need to do the groundwork. They're not prepared to do the groundwork. They keep stumbling over and over again on their same thing. They're not learning from being devious. They're not learning from fear. They're not learning from smothering. They're not learning from being secretive. So someone's ashamed of their secret. A King of Cups. He's ashamed of it, man. He was married. He was married and he was seen as Queen of Pentacles, or he was seen as Queen of Pentacles secretly. Maybe they were married secretly and never told no one. Who knows? Take it as it resonates. Not every. Remember, this is a collective read. Collective reads. Now looking at a rebirth, ending. Maybe someone needs to accept their lost sorrows of tomorrow. Scorpio person needs to move forward. Seek some self-love. Too much dishonesty within your feelings. You don't even trust yourself. You're looking at a breakup, imbalance. Maybe with a Taurus person or an institution. Got to move forward, my love. Move, move, move. You can't stay in a situation. When God comes, what are you going to say? What's your excuse for resisting change? Oh, I feared change. Oh, well. You're going to be forced to be changed now. When you see God, there's no turning back, my friend. So keep holding on to stagnation. Keep holding on to like your financial independence, acting like you work from home, but you bring in pure conflict because you're a self-centered, jealous, smothering person. Madness. Absolute madness. Now we're looking at, oh, look, King of Cups upside down again. I tell you, they're just in the energy. They're just in my energy. Just in the energy. We're energy. That's what we don't understand. We're energy. We're going for a new shift in life. Can't you lot see? Like, outside of us, we see like cameras everywhere. You don't even know whether the camera is a doorbell anymore. When you go inside, you don't know whether someone's teddy bear is like a camera. You don't know nothing. That's the shift we're going through. What's out is in. Can't you not see? Everyone's going more intuitive. A lot of divine energies are waking up. So these karmics are in trouble. Yeah, they don't want to learn their lesson. These third-party people. Someone's looking at reunion, celebration. Somebody was looking at spiritual marriage. All right. Looking at third-party energy. Okay, so we're looking for a wedding. We're looking for marriage, the one. Remember, you've got to have a good relationship with yourself. Manage your emotions. I can identify your intuition. All right, so you can co-create with the universe and you can find your soulmate. All right, but you've got to find you first through self-love. Okay, and you've got to walk in love and talk in your truth. And then you'll find the one, that marriage forever. Like myself, I always see my soul partner with my soul. They inspire me. No matter what Addie's doing, I don't walk by my sight. I'm walking by my faith in God. And the way I see them two, I'm sorry, if she can be that powerful, who is myself, I can be that powerful as well. No one can't stop me. You should see them two. I've got front row seats. They're so loving. They're so loving to one another. God picked the right loving couple for a spiritual marriage. Maybe they've just been married for years. I feel like we've been married for so many centuries. When he first came to me in my dream, he said, "You know me?" I said, "All right, let's have a spiritual conversation." He said, "You know I'm going to run away." Because he's still hurt about being abandoned by a child. Still hurt about it. So now we're going within. Go within, collective. Seek the truth. Work on yourself. Or maybe somebody wants to work on their marriage. But work on yourself, you know. Do that solitude. Do meditation. How do you work on yourself? Seek the truth. When you seek the truth, you seek the soul. When you seek the soul, you seek God. You seek the star in you. Somebody feels cold out in the cold. Somebody's going from a hot place or a cold place maybe. But you're looking at guidance. Go within. Let your intuitive side or the soul help you to guide you towards the star in you. You know, somebody wants to seek privacy, but we're looking at being more mystical, but in the right way. Seek the truth. Seek the guidance in you. All right. So someone's looking for guidance. Somebody was looking for a marriage, or maybe someone wants to withdraw from a marriage or a party of friends. Too much party within this marriage. Too much events, maybe. You know, no one's being productive. So what's out in the open is maybe an Aquarius person is on a journey of healing. They don't really do celebrations. So the mind is coming to calmer waters. She maybe understands the masculine went off, okay, with someone else and looked into it. They saw the energy needed for a certain project or a task that's ready and waiting. But an air sign person, they're writing a book, a blog, or they started a podcast. All right, so someone's very curious about this new idea. It could be a King of Cups, but King of Cups has gone within, and when he looks at his own marriage or he's looking at a spiritual union, he's very cold-hearted towards it. So he gave it bad advice because he was being emotionally manipulating, because he's a moody person. Yeah, with his inner conflict, very secretive person. So now we're looking at a Taurus person in a legal matter. It could be a justice, but about a business deal. It could be a divorce, could be a balance, or she could be meeting me when I'm ready to throw that legal paper at her. Because many people's going to be doing it anyway. I love you, God. I love God so much. Divine intervention. What did I say? This is my God card. King of Swords. Told ya, God's always in our reading. I'm gonna do a reading just for God one day. A message. I just heard, yeah. I'm gonna do a massive message just with God going through. Nothing else. We're looking at the power of maybe a legal person. It could be a financial advisor, or it could be a financial analysis, all right, from Fraud Squad. Or you can look at a detective, military, or just someone that's a King of Swords. He's looking at the power, and also we're looking at the power of God. All right, remember this is God intervention, supernatural things were talk on, yeah. So now we're looking at the power of the structure when it comes to being more intellectual, because now we're looking at, oh, I love you, God. We look at the intellect, the logical. If we go by faith, be honest. Someone's in their discernment, because look at the morals. King of Swords is in his self-discipline, because he's looking at self-development. He's looking at, oh, God is looking at this Taurus person. And as you're too vanity, you can't come to heaven like that, my friend. Sorry. Nope, you're a shell. And that's what I heard as well. Adiwali Kimabadi sleeps with shells. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. And maybe a water sign woman. Oh yeah, I'm after her next. Especially if I find out she really did open her mouth about me and she didn't even know me from nowhere. That's 2 women, you know. 3 of them, actually. Don't know me from nowhere, but quick to talk about me to men. Mad, isn't it? Just because they want to cuckoo-doodle-goo. Whatever you want to call it. Cock-a-doodle-doo. We're looking at perfectionism. All right. Isms and schisms. Over greed. You know, it was misdirected activities when God gave us downloads, you know. So now maybe this lawyer or detective, because it's right next to the legal matter, beside a Taurus person that's very impatient, unstable, don't have no empathy, they lack common sense, especially when it comes to the God, or when it comes to information, when it comes to the King of Swords. He's a very, very powerful leader when it comes to structure. Why? Because he can take his information and he can do lots of transformations very quickly. Why? Because he's in his discernment. He's got self-control. He's got self-discipline. All right. And he's got his ethics, his structure. He could be a strategic manager as well. Could be a strategic manager. And he's looking at misdirected activities as a strategic manager, maybe. And he's looking at the no passion from this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. He's like, right, I've had enough. It's ridiculous. Shady work, man. This person is just not someone you should trust. Very devious person. So now you're looking at new love. Maybe this King of Swords is looking at a new love, all right? He feels like there's a lack of direction. Maybe with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Maybe he was on a honeymoon phase with that person. But he's looking at childlike. He wants someone to be childlike with him. Yes, you can be a big man and be childlike. Doesn't mean you must be immature, all right? Be in touch with your emotions. Find someone that understands your emotions, that will give you a safe space. Somebody wants to move on away from an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person for a new beginning. Okay, but use your intuition. Don't let my readings be forced, okay? Because he feels like there's a lack of direction. There's no laying down goodness. It's more delays. Yeah, too much procrastination, he said. He doesn't like creating this conflict. He wants peace. He wants the information to bring him peace and not conflict. He's looking at poor communication, though. Yeah, so now maybe he's looking at a new love, maybe from a higher priestess. Maybe he's looking at more things to be revealed with this new love. He has a crush on this new love. Maybe he feels like the subconscious mind is intuitive. He loves that. Maybe even a Sagittarius masculine person, look at a new love, new honeymoon phase. He feels like this childlike situation, feeling by the soul to move on. Maybe to a higher priestess, but he'd listen to intuition. Why? Because when you write your dreams down, you start correcting your flaws, doing self-development, self-correction. You go into your higher power. You go into your wisdom. And you'll see the secrets that are hidden. Maybe someone has hidden feelings because you've got a secret crush, all right? Now you look at creativity, you look at spirituality, you look at divine energy. Why? Because we're looking for the divine truth. Higher priestess always look for divine truth. So now we understand that God is standing, sitting right beside the higher priestess. We're just looking for the Hierophant now. That's the divine feminine. Now you're just looking for the Hierophant. Because that is like the mother and father of earth, but they go through, channeling through God. Do you understand? So they can control the kings. Because the kings right now, they're out of order. They don't have no behavior. They don't have no behavior, man. Look at this King of Cups upside down. Let me tell you. So he gave a Taurus person, or when it comes to his money, he was abusing generosity when it comes to money. All right. So now maybe he wants to move forward away from a Taurus person. Because now you're looking at abuse. We're looking at someone's denying grants, maybe from a King of Cups, but they're lying. All right. Or alone. They're abusing their power. Because now you're looking at unfairness. Why? Because the emotions of this King of Cups is a very cold. He doesn't have no emotions. He needs to walk away from these type of women that are superficial. Do you understand? He needs to look at his own emotions. He's been manipulated through his emotions. So you can act like you're mature. No, you're not. He's a manipulator. Emotion manipulator. He could be intuitive as well, or psychic, and he's manipulating the situation by using that, and he's going to be blocked from his intuition now. When you do things like that, it just decreases from you because you're abusing it. So he's abusing his power. He's bringing unfairness and not balance. He's creating fake charities. Why? Because he's doing extortion. Why? Because he's got unpaid unpaid bets. Yeah, unpaid bets. He's probably a gambler. He's got unpaid debts. Unpaid, man. So now he's looking for new ideas. Maybe for a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person who's looking for ideas. He was curious through this person. So he had an alert for thirst. So he went for knowledge within this party of people. Maybe someone wants to move forward to Aquarius person. But now you're looking at restless. Because someone's spying on an Aquarius person. These party of people are spying on Aquarius person, a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus person. Why? Because they want financial opportunity. They're looking for new jobs, resources, because they saw that God was throwing down lots of downloads. So they became spying. They were negotiating information, messages, and contracts. So they got financial opportunities, new jobs, resources, investments from this. They got money, wealth, health, comfort, stability, and manifestation. So King of Cups, you also owe Adiwali money as well, along with your upside down Queen of Pentacles. Remember, we're energy. We'll all go through the same things, all right, but at different times. All right, all my readings are timeless. It may not resonate to you today. It might not resonate to you next week. It might resonate to you next year. All right. Sometimes I put in my own story, okay, within it, so that you understand you're not by yourself. And spiritual warfare is real. It's not a joke. All right. I'm the living witness. Okay. So now I'm looking at, they wanted disappointments within this group of people that was celebrating on Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is information from God. They wanted disappointment. This party of people wanted disappointments and delays for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Why? Because the King of Cups and its Queen of Pentacles has created blocks. They needed the money. So now we're looking at a lack of initiation, because now they wanted an air sign person to miss out on opportunities, because they wanted them to waste their talent, be bored, because they wanted to help out upside down Queen of Pentacles. Okay, a Taurus person now looking at institution where they're going to be judged now. Judge, a Taurus person, was looking at financial independence by learning from an air sign person. They taught the education, the teaching, the knowledge, okay, looking at tradition, but instead these two went in. Unstable, lack of common sense when it comes to using the higher self. They got a lack of common sense when it comes to God. They got a lack of common sense when it comes to creation. They got a lack of common sense when it comes to institution. They got a lack of common sense when it comes to spirituality or religion. So now we're in a situation where the Queen of Pentacles is jealous of a spiritual teacher, a Taurus person. She's jealous. So she brought delays, disappointments to an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Okay, they didn't want this masculine to come up with creation, so they tried to do creative blocks for this masculine. All right, because the King of Cups and his Queen of Pentacles wanting to get together in the end. They have a secret crush for one another. They were planning to get married. But now they're looking at bad, disappointing news, upside down Page of Swords. That's not happening because you've got a lack of ideas. Maybe someone feels very defensive now because the Libra is looking at these people thinking, you really don't believe in God, boy. They're looking at vanity, looking at perfectionism, because someone was greedy, so they misused and misdirected God's activity, or misusing a King of Swords when it comes to work. Because now we're looking at maybe a Queen of Pentacles. Now she's looking at home because of this karma And now, because they got the thoughts of God, because they asked me in my dream as well, God real, now they're up in anxiety now. Why? Because she's worried about a Gemini person, a masculine King of Swords. Maybe the lawyer, detective, military, police, and then kick down their door. She's done a lot, you know. It's not just about Adiwali. This woman done a lot. There's something that she's doing with this King of Cups. Injustice to an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person and a higher priestess. Injustice. They bring imbalance for a Gemini person and an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. They're being very dishonest, hypocritical people. They'll tell you, go, oh, God bless. All right, so how did you get your goods then? Abusing power within your own justice system. So maybe they might know a lawyer or a militant people or something. They're not good in this institution. They need to be fired. Very corrupted. Corrupted people, man. Corruption. She needs to be fired. She needs to be fired. She needs to be fired. Now they're looking at institution. Now the institution is part of people looking at this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Says she's unstable. They're going to come to that conclusion. They're going to get information, this institution, this marriage, something she's committed to. They're going to look at her and say she's very unstable. She's evil. She's very devious, deceptive person. I think this institution knows already. I think they know already. I think they're just waiting for one more shit she does and that's it. She's out. And that's what she's worried about. She's out. She tried to play that facade for so long. It's not working. Someone's got obsessive thoughts about Gemini person. They're fearing that Gemini person. They're in anxiety. Someone's looking at negativity. Why? Because Earth sign Capricorn person bring bad news to a Leo person with a upside down King of Cups. King of Cups looking at a foundation with an Earth sign person, and they're going to get bad news when it comes to money matters. They're not getting it. Now you're looking at the lack of goals. Why they got to pay back? Karma. They got to pay it back. Whether it goes through the book and we make 10,000 more than what you ever had, mate, through the book, innit? The Devil's Daughter, Genevieve Niger, the Lionheart Killer. There you go. Don't want to give up my money. Don't want to give up my credit. I'll get it through the book. I'm going to be your pimp forever, babe. You are a high-class prostitute. There you go. So now we're looking at inner strength. All right, looking at self-doubt. Somebody wanted a Leo person to have self-doubt, to feel weak. So they started piling pills of this person. And I feel she got it from this King of Cups. She got something from this King of Cups. Money, mandatory money. She's going to deny the grants. They both were stealing from this masculine. I'm telling you. Manipulative people, man. Now we're looking at the power of a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. But they come with bad news. They got lack of goals. He lacks common sense. Upside down King of Cups. He lacks common sense, man. Very irresponsible fool. Lazy, rebellious, immature. Disloyal. It's not loyal. It's not loyal. So now maybe he's looking to walk away from this person, familiarity. Maybe it's a friend of a friend of a friend. Or maybe he said he was a friend of a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. But he was being disloyal. He was being disloyal. Or he's a friend to this party of people. He's being disloyal. He's a friend to an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, a masculine person. He don't like you. He's being disloyal. He wants you to have creative blocks. He wants to take all your creations, and in the end, when you're gone, him and this Taurus person are going to get together. And in the end, she's going to get rid of him anyway. It's mad. I think this is a mad movie. This could be a movie, man. Forget about them. You know what they need to do? They need to go on their own reality show. Forget reality show, man. Let me tell you, the devil never too far away from this Queen of Pentacles. I'm telling you, God keeps showing me Genevieve Niger is the devil. I don't care what anyone says. I don't know what anyone says. They're very familiar. It's their family. Let me tell you, are the family. That's their family. That's their daddy. That's the daddy. This on the card of familiarity, friends, innocence. That's the daddy. Toxic obsession. They got mental issues, materialism, bondage, temptation, arrogance, lies, lie. She's trapped, man. She feels trapped, disappointed. What she done to her dear Leo Sagittarius. She's trapped, man. She can't get out of this one. Oh no, she's done it to so many people. She's so used to it. She thought she'd get away with it. No, you didn't. No, now she fears that change, shame, prolonged upheaval. Maybe a fire sign person or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Exhausted, man, thinking about the exhaustion. What? Because try to create a disaster on purpose for a fire sign person and a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person on purpose. Now she's trying to delay it now. She's trying to delay her upheaval. She knows what's going to happen. She knows what's going to happen to her, man. She's gone. She's out of it. Forget it. So now you're looking at justice. Told you that devil's never far away from this upside down King of Cups and this upside down Queen of Pentacles. The devil, man. The devil's never too far away from Genevieve Nigel. And I can't believe all these people fell for her. I love my masculine because he's in his soul, man. I don't care what anyone says. Maybe she fooled you lot. He didn't fool him, though. That's his mission, to be there. But he fooled you lot. She fooled all of you lot, though. No more party for this one. So now we're looking at someone ran straight to their friend, a Leo Sagittarius person. Very devilish people. Very angry about this project. It's going to be called The Devil's Daughter. They're disappointed about the book coming out. That an air sign has written a book, a blog. She's got a connection with an Leo Sagittarius person. They're disappointed. Why? Because they got creative blocks and she don't. They're angry. That's why I keep saying to people, if you're writers, producers, executive producers, know yourself, you know, because one day somebody could write about you. And you're quick to write about everybody else, though. Innit? Make up your stories and everything there. Take people's money from their stories. I don't understand slave movies, man. And it's always Hollywood that don't look like me that's making the money. I think there should be a rule. Every time you lot make money from these slave movies, 20%, 30% should go back to the black community. It's not your fucking story. It's part of your story, but it's not your story. How dare one person make so much money from a slave film? Like Will Smith, for instance. It's wrong. It should go back to the community. It's our part of our story. It's not our story. It's part of our story, because we were here before slavery, but people tend to only stay right there. Why? Because fear, innit? Fear keeps us obstructed. Limitation. Fear. We were here way before Roman times, you know? Then you realise that when time we go to school, all they talk about is Roman times. All right, where did Romans get their ideas from? Exactly. Don't get me started, man. So you look at Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. Maybe the King of Swords is looking at it. He's up with obsessive thoughts. Why? Because he's with maybe a friend of a friend, which is a Queen of Pentacles. And they said that both of them, of these friends, or this one person in one, is a pushy, demanding, overbearing, self-righteous bully that needs to go and clean her drawers. She stinks. Now you're looking at unfriendly people. Very jealous, manipulative, vengeful, unfair, liar. It could be two women or one woman in one. And this is what the King of Swords is thinking about. So now we're thinking about an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person trying to look in his gosh. Oh, King of Cups, man. I thought, oh, look. He saw the injustice. He's bringing in balance after imbalance. He's being dishonest. Oh, my God. There he goes again. Oh, my gosh. King of Cups. You're lying again. Now he's pretending to be mature, compassionate, calm, caring, friendly. He's lying. He's lying. He's control. You can't lie through the cards, my friend. You're trying to try it. No, you're greedy, manipulative, misusing people's resources. You're probably misusing someone's generosity when it comes to a friend, family, when it comes to stability, when it comes to someone's estate. You're abusing the community. Water sign. Let me tell you, dishonest, disharmony, arguments, disconnection. Don't listen to this one. He's lying, man. He's pretending to be mature. He's pretending to be faithful. He's pretending to be affectionate towards this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But he's lying, man. He's lying. He's still bringing that injustice. He's not bringing in justice. He's lying. He's still doing his bad decisions, corruption, unfairness. Leave this man alone. He's resistant to change. They're not going to change. If you don't want these people to change, it's not going to happen. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time, man. He's looking at financial insecurity. He's making large purchases and also losing at the same time. He's got a lack of control, man. He lacks control. Get rid. Get rid. Or the Emperor is in his maturity now. He's probably in his feelings. Because he probably has never felt his own goddamn feelings before. Why? Because his mother left him. Then Genevieve Nigel abused him. Then you got to go around doing auditions, get rejected every minute. I mean, you get rejected every minute. It's not going to help. Money can't buy everything, you know, my friend. Don't. It can't buy you comfortability. Someone's up at night, obsessive thoughts. Why? Because they're with the devil. The devil. The devil's kicking those doors open for these people. You know? Okay, so now we're looking at a situation. We're doing planning, progress. Aquarius, and maybe a Gemini, Leo, Aquarius person. 2 masculines, maybe. Making massive changes. They've got a different perspective. Maybe they were indecision about it. King of Swords was in an indecision. He's punishing his own mind. He's looking at imprisonment, punishment, self-sabotaging. He's saying this is what these people are doing. They're narrow-minded. They're going to go into imprisonment, whether it's prison of the mind, spiritual prison, or earth prison. This is where they're going. A water sign and an upside down Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, upside down. Let me tell you, they go into prison, man. Now you're looking at opportunities. We're looking at making big changes. Aquarius person. Maybe a Gemini, masculine, King of Swords. He's looking at a journey of healing. He's moving forward. He's coming to calmer waters to the mind. All right. Because now he's looking at big changes. He's making those opportunities. He's got direct, assertive, intellectual to make that quick change. He can make many changes. Why? Because he feels like he's dealing with an upside down Queen of Pentacles that lacks stability, reckless spending, shady investments, and lack of security. All right, so now you're looking at disagreements, dissatisfaction, because someone's doing exploitation, being very deceptive, thieving, failure. Someone's got to move on. They're resisting change. Someone's got a secret crush on someone. They got to move forward. All right, so now we're looking at solitude for marriage, maybe. Oh, we can go on. Got solitude for marriage, maybe. Oh, not really. No, there you go. You can see a little bit. Sorry. All right, so now we're looking at man. Maybe he wants to start again with a Queen of Swords. Offer her something. Maybe Aquarius person. Maybe he's gone within, wants to see marriage. Maybe someone has a desire to marry a Queen of Swords, an Aquarius person. They're looking at a party of people, maybe coming over to join this marriage. An Aquarius woman. That's what they're looking at. Maybe an Aries Sagittarius person feels very disappointed with his friends about moving forward, giving him that support. They didn't support him. No. Because now we're looking at maybe somebody was impatient, unreliable, unstable. Because now we're looking at a situation where we're looking at 6 karma. All right. So someone wants to look at an Aquarius person, or a Taurus person was looking at the star energy. She's looking at an Aquarius person, or she's looking at maybe her wishes coming true, but she was very impatient, unstable. All right, she lacks common sense, because now we're looking at 6 karma. We're looking at love was compromised, all right, by a Taurus person, and there's no change in that relationship. It's a karmic relationship. She's not going to have anything but karmic relationships. She's not going to have no peace with no man. No, she's not. She's a karma. She's a karmic, man. She might just give up on life, bro. She won't learn. Maybe this is a public man, or someone's going to public recognition. But this is about the 10 of Cups, all right? 10 of Cups is all about success, a large amount. Someone's going to success with a public, or in the arts, or you're looking at many social commitments. Someone parties too much. Maybe a water sign person drinks too much. So now we're looking at the truth. Someone's loyal. The King of Cups is a very loyal friend. It could be a star, or a friend of Aquarius, or a friend of the masculine. But now you've got the divine feminine and divine masculine. All right, but you've got a man that's looking, a King of Cups, looking at a Taurus person and they're abusing generosity. They're denying any grants from the divine masculine, stealing it because they were abusing their power. But this King of Cups, he wants to go public. No, King of Swords, he wants to go public and do a partnership with the Queen of Cups. He wants to have a conversation. You're still there, King of Swords, man. How many readings are you going to come up to? Go talk to the girl. Stop being silly. So now he's looking at partnership, because he's looking at the swords. He's looking at working together. He wants to work with this person. Or he wants to work with the higher priestess. But he's also looking at his own emotions. Maybe he's obsessed with thoughts, fear, anxiety. He wants to turn his back on this institution or the knowledge of the Queen of Pentacles and the disappointments when it comes to the area Sagittarius person, when it comes to creation. Because now he's saying, no, King of Wands, King of Cups, you abuse people's situation too much. You're in a third party energy. He's seeing other women. He's seeing an upside down Queen of Pentacles. Maybe he's with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius woman, but he's seeing a Taurus woman as well. He's having an affair, and he's worried about a love triangle. He's worried about Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius woman. He's worried about 3 people. Inner people business. He's worried about his own relationship because he was seeing a Taurus person, and he's worried about his friend's relationship with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, and a Gemini, Leo, a Gemini, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Too much of you lot. Disappointments, delays, creative blocks. That's what they have. And this is why they're in this third party energy. He's the devil, man. The devil on his pick-me. So now I'm looking at a situation where they're looking at an air sign person for projects. So now we're looking at the mouse, stealing, decaying, decreasing creative ideas. Wasted their talent. They want to waste these couples' talent. They want it. They want to steal information from a fire sign and an air sign person. Now we're looking at 7. They were looking at spiritual knowledge, but they've got to let go of that negative thinking pattern and that belief. Let it go. It's not going to be yours. So they were stealing from an air sign woman. This Taurus person was stealing from an air sign woman. So she owes me money. Alright. So now we're learning. They were learning from an air sign person. Okay. So they were learning about karma. So she bring in a love compromise. So there's no change in that relationship. I would never like to live with Nida. No, I would never work with her. She asked me in my dream as well. You write so well. I love the way you write. Can I work with you? And I said no. That was in a dream back 3 years ago. And all now she keeps making trouble. Why? Because I said no. I'm not doing it. Because all she'll bring is disaster. So now someone's got obsessive thoughts about an Aquarius person because they learned too much from that person. That person guided this Queen of Pentacles upside down. Now this Queen of Pentacles fears change now. Why? Because they owe me money. So now we're going public. We see the power of God. Alright, they're up in thoughts in their head with a King of Wands. There you go. Obsessive thoughts. Why? Because the King of Wands sees that the Queen of Swords has gone public and talking about the success at a large amount, because these people are famous in the public eye. They look for recognition, and they were thinking about the arts and many social commitments. He went with an earth sign person. He went with an earth sign person with God's ideas. So now we're looking at the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. King of Wands looking at power, leader, structure, intellect, but he's up at night thinking about a Gemini person because she learned that he went off with his karmic. Upside down Queen of Pentacles, but Queen of Pentacles was looking at someone else. Upside down King of Cups. So now we're looking at karma, eh? What goes around comes around, innit? Okay, so now we're looking at the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, the Master of Services. She does self-mastery. She's all about the self-mastery. This is what this upside down Queen of Pentacles was learning from, and she made money from it, but she didn't even learn herself. No, she's not changing her own relationship with herself. She just took it as a money spin. So now she owes me money. All right, so I put in all that hard work, all right, to be in service for a large amount of people, not for one person. So now we're looking at the King of Swords. I mean, the King of Wands. Maybe he's in his power. Okay. And he's seeing that this Queen of Swords sees that he went to an unstable person. But he tried to act like the Queen of Swords was unstable to justify he went to an unstable person. Why? He went for popularity and not his own heart. He was looking at pleasing a bunch of women, maybe a party of women, and not looking at his own heart. Alright? So now we're looking at irresponsibility. Now they're probably bored. Why? He didn't come in reliable to a Queen of Swords. He went reliable to upside down Queen of Pentacles. And was Queen of Pentacles reliable to him? Nope. Let's keep moving. Alright? We understand we are guided by God. God is never far away from the Queen of Swords. Alright? So now we're looking at justice. These people are hypocrites. They'll tell you God bless, follow God, you know, repent in Jesus' name. Really? The next minute, what are you doing? Stealing, cheating, taking people's money. So now we're looking at somebody wants a partnership with maybe a tarot reader. Because now we're looking at injustice. Maybe a fire sign person wants a new cycle with an Aquarius person, maybe. Because he's balanced as well, King and Queen of Wands. Maybe he sees that this Queen of Swords is his match when it comes to creativity. Nope, go and fight for Genevieve Nigel. It's worth fighting for. 5 years later, still don't want to say nothing. What, because you're trapped with Genevieve Nigel? That's not an excuse to me. I don't give a damn what you say. You could have told one of your friends to secretly tell me something. Nope, you didn't choose that hero neither. Nope, no, you didn't, did you? No, you didn't. So now we're looking at injustice, imbalance, dishonesty, and people being massive hypocrites when it comes to partnerships, with their own love, their partnership with God, partnership with their soul, partnership with their party of people. But we've got lots of new beginnings though. Beautiful. New love, new intellect, new creativity. We understand there was a third party person, but we're going to move forward. Alright? Because now we understand somebody was very childish. A Capricorn person and an upside down King of Cups. Alright? They're bringing bad news. Why? Because they're very impatient. Looking at the Master of Creativity. And we're looking at somebody was doing rip-off. Somebody ripped off a Leo person, a third party energy, which was an upside down King of Cups and an upside down Queen of Pentacles. They went and ripped off a Leo person because they're immature. Because why? They're the devil. They're the devil. Let me tell you, the devil. Jokers. Joker. The whip. They're worried about a writer as well. Okay? Because now we're looking at mental clarity when it comes to creativity, success through creativity. But someone's very stubborn, very immature, an upside down Queen of Pentacles. But now we're looking at the whip, King, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. He's with the devil. He likes to lie. He likes to create fears in the ear, especially for a Leo person to feel trapped and self-doubt. But that's his own self. He's projecting his own self. He's projecting his own self. Now we're looking at stagnation. That was for a Queen of Swords and a King of Wands. Now we're seeing that fear of change because it was down to the Queen of Pentacles upside down. So now we're looking at the King and Queen of Wands, which is the Queen of Swords, Aquarius person that looked at this karmic situation, but she moved to her own peace. She's bringing healing, moving forward, and this is what she wanted to bring to these lot, peace. But these two bring the piss instead. Why? Because they were the devil. They were lying, stealing, cheating in this house. They were trying to steal a house. So they bring confusions. They bring manipulation. They bring illusions. Now they're trying to escape because they went partied on the most. So now they're riding the energy right now with this King of Wands. He's looking at maybe his own power of leadership, and he's looking at a lawyer, or he's more connected to God now. Because now you've got balanced King of Swords with the Queen of Swords. Now you've got a balanced King of Wands with the Queen of Wands. What was the problem? Upside down King of Cups and upside down Queen of Pentacles. Or for the Emperor and the Empress, they had to go into her being more of a businesswoman, him seeing her and respecting her as a businesswoman. Do you understand? And she has to respect him and his feelings because he got abandoned as a child. She's got to give him patience. So this is probably where the clashes come to for these two as well. He needs to give her patience to build her own career because she doesn't like relying on people. He's got to respect that. This is probably why he probably stayed away, because he's too generous. He probably would have got involved and she would have got so upset. Do you understand? All right. She likes to plant her own foundation. She likes to try first. So now maybe he sees he tried first. Now maybe to be more welcoming to the King of Wands because she tried herself. That's like me. I don't like people trying to plant my foundation. Let me try first. I'm not a child. I'm not a baby. I like to try first. All right. Maybe she needs to see him and respect him when it comes to his feelings. Do you understand? Respect his feelings. Or maybe he felt she didn't respect his feelings. But there's two things they had to do maybe before they come together, is to be more creative in business and emotion. Maybe that is it. You know, that's probably the stagnation, to him to respect her as a business creative woman. He didn't respect her, man. He didn't have the time to look at her, you know. It's funny that he can look at a two-line hall, but when I said let's build our first coffee shop, do you know what I mean? A drive-through, because there's none in England, he runs away and he goes on fight for a two-line hall. He's got to respect she's a businesswoman. She's got to respect that, okay, we're trying to heal his feelings through farming. Maybe you should give him a little bit of space. I think you get too much space, to be honest. Way too much space. Don't call me cool. I won't call you. I'm that person. You said once and once only. That's all I need. That's all I need, man. And that's probably what his mistake is as well. I've got to respect her because I must say how I feel, the truth. Because if I say to her, all right, I'm not in a mood today, but don't call me today, she won't ever call me back. He's going to have to learn that mistake in the hard way. Let's go on a dinner date. All right, let's go. What, Thursday? Cool. You don't call me on Thursday? I went and bought the dress, the shoes, everything. You don't want to make that partnership fire sign person? You want to call me on that day? What did I do? Me put my pretty dress in on the wardrobe, all right? And I kept it moving. I'm not calling no man. You asked me on the date. You never called, said what time, where we're going, nothing. I'm not running down no man. Probably that's what he's used to. All you've got to do is drop 1-2 line and these women just go flocking. That's not me. I'm one of those that man probably have to drag me out the house. I'm that one. I'm not easily moved like that. So now maybe you'll find someone's at a crossroad. A crossroad, indecision, discontentment, doing self-sabotage with his narrow-minded self. Why? Oh gosh. Obsessive thoughts, maybe. Negative thoughts. Okay, so we're looking at karma, we're looking at peace, we're looking at intuition, psychic abilities, compassion. You know what, as well, this man needs to stop making his family or his culture or his tradition run his world. This man is a psychic man, you know. Very psychic. And even when I used to say it subtly, but through dreams. Oh, this is what I had a dream today. Ravi, don't dream about me, man. Everything seems to come true. Do you know what I mean? So I used to do it very subtly. It's only September 2020. I'm being more open that I'm psychic. And that's what I said. So I didn't want to be so psychic openly without protection. Do you understand? But I've got God as my protection. And he needs to be like that as well. Be firm. I'm psychic. If you don't want to think I'm getting it from the devil, I don't care. Because if you do, and if you don't, people's always going to have something to say. Whether it's good or bad, people's still going to be talking. So I'm just going to be me. I'm going to say how I feel. If you don't like it, oh well, I'm saying my discernment. Too bad. They're looking at change. Maybe a fire sign person is looking at change, big changes. Or maybe Aquarius person looking at big changes. Why? Because now we're in the energy of 5. All right, we want to make that change. We're going forward. Maybe someone's moving forward, because now we're looking at changes of plans. Maybe someone changed their mind, okay, or travel, or someone wants to move forward away from restlessness and make that big change, maybe to completing a love situation, or someone is ending in a divorce, okay, or someone is completing or completion into a relationship that's more about universal love. Okay, remember, walk in love, talking truth. Love you guys. Bye.